if I show you the average of the best players in the world, here's what the best players in the world do. The majority of them go to the top of their backswing. The first thing you're going to see them do is they're going to shift left. You're going to see a force go right to left. As they shift right to left, they start to do this torque here. They start to do what I call rock and roll. After they rock and roll, they start to twist, and then the last thing you see is they jump. So the best players in the world, they use all four of those, right? But the normal, what we call kinetic sequence, is they go right to left, rock and roll, twist, jump. They go right to left, rock and roll, twist, jump.
Let's talk about getting to your lead side in the downswing. Now, lots of golfers struggle to do this because physically they have a hard time disassociating their upper body from their lower body, or they have a struggle with getting into their lead side. They're kind of limited in that internal rotation on their lead side. The best players in the world are getting to their lead side much sooner than the club golfer. The club golfers are always late. Now remember, Newton's laws, force precedes motion, so I have to apply a force to create a motion. So when you're trying to get to your lead side, if you're thinking about getting to your lead side at this point in the downswing, it's way too late. A little cue for you to get to this lead side is as soon as you feel like your arms are really getting past your hips here in the backswing, I want you to have the sensation that you're really stepping forwards. Now, it's not a massive, huge step, but you're trying to get to that lead side, so you really feel like you're pushing down. That's going to allow you then to be explosive and push back up, because we know under force and pressure measurement that the best players in the world, their peak vertical force is when their shaft is vertical in the downswing, lead arm parallel to the ground. By this point, their maximum amount of force is into the ground, so that through impact they have the ability to push up through the ground, and now this handle starts to work up, the club decelerates, and like a whip, the club head swings through and maximizing their club head speed.
There's peak vertical. Look where he is. 90%, if not more. The students you're working with, their forces are too late. There's not enough time where the club is for that vertical force to make it to the club. He shook the handle too late, so it can't get to the tip of the club. One of the things we're going to be talking about, a lot of things we're going to talk about, some of the things Jason's going to share with you, is trying to teach you how to move your forces earlier. One of Newton's first law, right, is an object in motion will stay in motion unless something parts against it, and an object stationary will stay stationary unless a force what. The moral of that story is forces precede motion. There needs to be a force before the thing starts to move. Right, and I'm going to show you when we get to the pressure plates. I'll show you traces where the pressure mat's moving and the person hasn't moved yet. Because the forces have started, they just haven't started moving yet. Forces precede motion, right? It needs time for the forces to get through motion. If you're already here and now you're applying your force, I know some of that vertical, because Eric's superpower was his legs. 17, 15, 15, right? Remember, his lower body was Eric's superpower. I'm like, dude, don't take your superpower and do it late. We need this early.